This is a great question from Sonny. He wants to know if, from a tax perspective, it matters whether he goes with index funds at Vanguard or ETFs, and he's specifically focused on VTI and VXUS. VTI is the total stock market, VXUS total international. In Vanguard's case, in my experience, and we're talking about, we're not talking about, we know the issue they had with taxes and some target date funds, but these are different. And if we look at, so we can actually kind of get an idea here. And I'll show you how to do that. I mean, you could go directly to Vanguard, but I'm going to actually use Morningstar. And so here's VTI. If you go to performance and then go to distributions, and the thing you do, so just to explain this for a second. So green is income. In this case, it's a stock fund, so this would be dividends. Light blue and dark blue would be short and long-term capital gains, respectively. But there, as you can see, there haven't been any, at least not in the last 5 years. And then I really wouldn't, I don't know in what circumstances a fund like this would have a return of capital. I can't imagine. But as soon as I say that, it happens, right? So, but if it did, it would be in a nice bright yellow. But the thing is, you can't, these numbers, like if you look at, we'll look at 2021 since we're in the middle of 22. So in 2021, it was $2.93 per share of dividends. That in and of itself tells you nothing. So what I do is look at the last NAV, at the end of the year, so 242. So this is, over 1%, but not much over 1%, right? And that makes sense. That's sort of the dividend yield, whatever it is. It's probably up a tad since the market's down, but yeah, it's 147. So you can get a sense of the kinds of distributions you're going to get, or at least based on history, right? There's no guarantee. Who knows what happens tomorrow? So, but we'll call that. You guys could probably do the math faster than I could. 293 and 242. So I don't know. That's about what the yield is, 1.3, something like that, I'm guessing. So if we go to the mutual fund version, and we do the same thing, so the NAV is different, right? I mean, they're priced differently. I mean, it doesn't matter from an investment perspective, but the per share value is just different. But that is neither here nor there. And by the way, the ETF version, I'm pretty sure the way Vanguard works is it's just a share class of the mutual fund, which is one of the reasons you can convert, and as always, confirm all of this because, for all I know, something's changed. But you can convert mutual fund shares to the ETF shares if you want. By the way, I don't think it can go the other way though. In any event, so yeah, 142. It's about the same, right? 142 into 116. Whoops. Yeah, that's right. 142 into 116. That looks about the same. I mean, you get out the calculator and do the math. So my hunch is, Sonny, all of that to say, oh, I realize you can't all see everything. Sorry about that. I don't think it makes a difference. I can tell you I own the mutual fund versions. I don't own the mutual fund versions. Yeah, I own VTSAX. I've thought, by the way, though, of converting to ETFs, but for different reasons. With those kinds of funds, I personally wouldn't have any concern. But that doesn't mean something could, generally ETFs are the safer bet. And keep in mind that what we've been talking about relates specifically to these funds in Vanguard. It can be different with other companies. I see other index funds. If we go to, what's the Fidelity S&P 500? I always forget the tickers. FXAIX. How could I forget that? FXAIX. So this is Fidelity's 500 S&P 500 index fund. It has shown some capital gains distributions. They may be off the chart now. No, they're not. Look, see, right here, 2018, 2019. Now, are they done? Maybe. I don't know. Now, hold that thought. Fidelity, SP 500. I have this feeling that one day I'll be doing this and I'll be going along, just doing my own thing, answering your question for like 15 minutes. And then I'll look up and like the stream has stopped and it's been turned off. Anyway, or you guys have just all left. More time. The point is, not all index funds are created equal. And that's true, as we saw, particularly with taxes. Okay.